In today's video, we're gonna be modeling this exact mascara. So stay tuned to know how we did this. So what we're gonna be doing is basically deleting every default thingy in the interface. Let's go and press X. Now this is where we need to load up our reference picture. So in today's video, we're gonna be modeling a mascara, the one that you saw at the beginning. So let's load up our reference picture. How do we load up our reference picture? We basically click Shift A. Then we go and press image and reference. Now we need to find our reference picture. So for me, this is my reference picture. I'm going to be adjusting it on the Y axis, just like that. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna need model the tube and this. Okay, let's begin. Now, what we have to do first is we need to see what's the closest shape to our reference picture. For example, now, as we have a mascara tube. The mascara is basically a circle. So let's click Shift, right click, right here. And let's put a circle. Just like that. Let's adjust it to the shape. Okay, just like that. Now we added a circle. Why? Because the tube is basically circle shaped. If we have something, let's say squared or something, we're gonna be adding a cube and so on. So what we're gonna be doing is we press tab like that. And this is gonna be automatically highlighted. If it's not, we just press A. A is gonna be highlighting the whole mesh. Let's press E to extrude it up on the Z-axis, just like that. Okay, this is like a really easy shape, so do not worry, it's gonna be perfection. Let's go, press A, so Y, as we just said, to highlight the whole mesh. And let's press F, because look here, the face is not here. We need the face, we need this to be filled. And like that, it's gonna be filled from the top and the bottom. Let's press X, and yeah, okay. Something that you need to keep in mind, because it could mess up your whole mesh and you don't even know. You need to toggle the X-ray. For example, let's say I want to highlight these vertices and I pressed like that, and I'd be thinking that I highlighted everything, but in fact I did not. How to make sure that you are highlighting the whole vertices? We press the toggle X-ray option, and when we do like that, we select every single vertices that we want. Now that we know this, let's work on the shape. Now, as you can see in the reference picture, there is a slight bevel on the bottom and on the top as well. So we're gonna be recreating this bevel. I'm gonna be choosing the edges. As we said, again, I almost forgot to toggle the X-ray. Let's select this and select this. Then you're gonna be beveling. Let's bevel it just like that. I am adding more edges by scrolling up. Okay, I think that's good. Then I'm gonna add some loop cuts around here. Now you're gonna notice there's like a gap in here. There's like two options that you can do. You can either model these two separated. You can model the lid and you can model the bottom part, or you can just do this. You're gonna add a loop cut in the middle like that. Let's press X so that we know it's on the right position. Okay, like that. Now you're gonna bevel this just like we did, but let's decrease the edges to only 2 and let's make a slight gap. Okay, like that. Then you're gonna go select the faces and Alt left click X faces, and this is going to get rid of the faces that were on the middle. Then let's just wait, let's toggle the X-ray. Let's select all this and this as well. Wait, let's do it from the top, is better. Let's do X-ray. Okay. This might be good. That might be good. That might be good. Okay, now what we're gonna be doing is gonna fill this and fill this as well, like that. Then gonna bevel this just slightly, like that. And then we're gonna be doing the same thing here. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Let's add a subdivision surface 2. Okay, I like this. Looks good. Yeah, that looks really good. Looks clean. Okay, we're gonna be just Shift D, G, Y. Now we're gonna be doing this part. Let's select the lid part. Shift D. Okay. I didn't toggle the X-ray. Okay, toggle the X-ray. Select this upper part. Like that. Shift E, G, Y. Let's go like that. R, Y, 80. 180. And G, Z, G, Y. Like so. Perfect. Now this isn't separated. I forgot to separate it. So gonna be selected this P per selection. And it is separated. Now, this is a little bit tricky, not gonna lie. Let me move this reference picture a little bit here. Or, you know what, let's just decrease the opacity because why not? Okay. What we're gonna be doing is there's like a slight hole in this. And then we need to have a circle in the middle. And then we extrude it up. And then we're gonna be modeling the brush. So how we're gonna be doing this is let's press 3 so that we can select the faces. Let's extrude, well, let's insert, sorry. Let's insert just a little bit. And then we insert more like that so that we can have some thickness to the lid. And then, wait, the better way is to use slash so that we can isolate this. Okay. So we have selected the face on the middle. Then we press easy. Just like that. Then we add a loop cut in the middle. And we have quite of a clean hole. You can add more just to have it more. It's gonna add way more to the mesh, but it's okay. Now we're gonna be selecting the face. And then we're gonna insert. And then insert. Just like that. And make sure to remove the subdivision surface. And then you're gonna press E and Z. And let's press slash again so that we can remove the isolation thingy. And then you're gonna just adjust it a little bit. Adjust this here. Let's make sure we toggle the X-ray. And let's select this edge, G, Z. Let me just, I guess something like that gonna work. And then we're gonna notice something. It's like not very straight up. It's kind of curvy. How we're gonna do this is we're gonna select this, then E, Z, like so, and scale it like that. And then I'm gonna add some loop cuts just so that we can have some shape to it. Maybe something like that. Now, what we're gonna be doing is you can select this face, insert a little bit, and then extrude up. Now, it's better to isolate this thingy from this. And you're gonna know why afterward. So, let's select this. Let's make sure everything is selected and we did not select anything from the bottom. Let's press P to select it from this mesh. So now, if I move this nothing is moving with it. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna do the fun part. It's not very fun, but yeah. Gonna be doing this. It's not gonna be as accurate, to be honest, but you can really just have a lot of freedom with how you want this brush. You can have it very thick. I mean, as every brush of mascara, we have a really thick brush, we have a tiny brush, we have a really thin brush. It depends, like if you want volume, if you want any other thingy. So, but for us, we're just gonna do a standard one. What we're gonna do is there's like two ways. There's like the hard way where you go do these using particles, or basically you're gonna use hair. Hold on a second. Gonna use the hair and adjust the length, and you're gonna do something like that, but it doesn't give you the most efficient result. It looks like a cleaning brush. It looks very like thinny. You could adjust it in the settings, but it's kind of like the hardest approach. We're gonna go with the easiest approach, but keep in mind it's the easiest approach, but it's kind of time consuming, a little bit of time consuming. So what we're gonna be doing is gonna make a cube, GZ, and let's scale it on the x-axis, on the y-axis. Let's make it as thin as possible. Okay, something like that. Then we going to be putting it quite on the middle, something like that. You can use array modifier, something like that, and then you need it on the z-axis, so gonna be using this, and you can just make as much. And I'm just gonna apply it, and Shift D and play with it, and then Shift D. Okay, so this is like the first layer. We're not gonna be having enough of this. No. We're gonna probably duplicate this like 3 times. It depends how thick you want it to be. Okay, so I'm gonna select just this, Shift D, and I just do this, Shift D, like that. So this is like the easiest way to do it, which is using arrays, but I personally do not really like it. Why, you might ask? Because all these are all grouped together. Cannot really have much freedom, like making it thinner, making it thicker. You can't really work with it. It's really easy to do. It's not time consuming at all. It's very easy. However, there's a cons to it, which is not able to have much freedom with it. So the second option is not to have these at all. So let's just Control Z everything. Okay, let's remove the array and let's do it manually. This is how I'm gonna have much freedom to it. And Shift D, and the more you go up, you would like to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, it's not perfect, but you know, I'm gonna be selecting all these and let's deselect these, And we're gonna be doing the same thing. Shift D, go on top view, click R, Z, Shift D, R, Z. Okay, so this is what we got. Quite similar, not very similar, but similar. These are like these are like these, and Shift D again, and just look at that, and it's gonna look quite thicker. Now let's get back to our reference picture, and let's just try to fix anything that is bothering us. Okay, it's okay, it's all right, it's something. Now we're gonna be fixing this now. This is the fun part, very fun part. Add loop cuts. Just basically keep adding loop cuts. That's all. Loop cuts is gonna be saving your meshes from looking weird. I'm gonna add a little bit of loop cuts everywhere, just so that we don't have any shading problems. Oh, I have a problem here. Let me fix that for a second. Let me fix that. It's probably because I did not toggle the X-ray when I was fixing. Okay, let's do the X-ray. Now that I probably fixed the problem, let's just save the day with some loop cuts. Okay, it works, it works, it works. It looks good, looking good, looking good. Now, let's remove this reference picture and let's add a cube, and this is going to be working as our backdrop. Let's go to the render. Let's fix everything. Let's fix our settings, cycles, GPU. The max doesn't need to be this big. And yeah, I guess this works really good. Now we're gonna be adding our HDRI. You cannot do any scene without either HDRI or a sky texture or some lights, but I prefer relying on some natural lights from an HDRI. Let's find our HDRI. I like to use this brown photo studio from Polyhaven. I will link it in the description. So that's it. Let's fix our backdrop to make it look like a backdrop. Let's choose these faces. Let's delete these faces. And let's fix these like that. Something like that. Okay. So we're gonna have some problems with the lighting, so what I prefer to do is just reduce as much lighting as you can. Maybe quite like that. Now let's add a camera. Something you're gonna notice is when you press 0 and you're trying to move, you basically exit the camera view. How you're gonna fix that is you're gonna go to view and camera to view. So when you press 0, you want to move, you can move freely and easily. So let's fix this correctly. Now let's fix the ratio. I prefer 1080 like that, so that you can easily put it in Instagram, Reel, or anything in social media, and it's gonna look nice. Now, something that you need to do is we need to join all these so we do not have any troubles moving anything. So let's go here Let's deselect everything that we need to know. Let's deselect anything that gonna go on our way. Then let's press Control G. Well, we cannot join it because we need an active mesh. How we select an active mesh? Maybe we should select this again. How you know it's an active mesh? The color is gonna be different. This is gonna be yellow, and other passive objects are orange. Let's press Ctrl G, and this is gonna join them. So if you wanna move it, you're gonna move it the whole brush. And let's just join it to this as well, so that we do not have any much problems later on. Now this is the fun, very actual fun part, which is the materials. I love doing the materials. So let's go to the X-ray for now, and let's do the backdrop. The backdrop, I would like to have quite of a creamy beige look, maybe something like that. You can just tweak with it, and I would like to have the roughness a little bit down. I don't know why. I just like the look of it. It looks luxurious. Maybe something like that. Yeah. Something I noticed is the lighting is very off, so let's fix that. Just make this a little bit large, as well as this. Let's extrude this here. Add some loop cuts on the middle. Now let's add some lights. Area light all the way up. Let's size it up. Let's do like 900 as a start. Or let's see, okay, 600. Then you're gonna add another light. Area light. G. I've been using blender for so long, but I'm still confused between the axes. You can see. Okay, G, Z, and then let's scale it up like so, so that we have like, you will see. I cannot explain it. It's gonna be good. Let's add 600, or let's say 500 as a start. We will tweak all this later on. I'm going to something like that. Something like that. Okay. I like it. That looks good. Try to make it centered. Now to the fun part. Let's add materials. Let's do that. We first need to select everything. Just like that. New. Select maybe this color, I'm not sure. Metallic. A little bit of roughness. Not too much, so that you can still see the light. Which is, I feel like, brings more realism. Okay, I like this. Now, we need to separate these so that we can have a variety of materials. Obviously, these need to be black, as well as this little hole. Let's go to the edit mode. I just noticed I haven't saved yet, so let's click 3 for face selection, and let's just select. Let's try our best to select every single face in here. There are a lot of faces, but it's okay, we can do it. And then, so make sure you have selected each face there. Let's click plus, new, to black, assign. Okay, we have some problems, but you can easily fix them if you go with toggle X-ray, because we've got a lot of faces. Now that we've done with the whole thingy, let's also apply some materials to the brush, which is gonna be solid black. Now, if you struggle a little bit with the materials, it's probably, well, not probably, it's definitely because we joined them. So it's a little bit confusing to apply the materials. So feel free to just unjoin them and then join them if you want. This is what I'm gonna be doing because it's the easiest solution. I'm gonna select this all. I'm gonna select everything and click separate by selection. Now that we have done the brush, which is quite the most annoying part of this, is the brush. So this is how it's looking. It's looking very good. We're just gonna control D and put it over here, and basically the same thing here. Is gonna copy this one to be put here. Now there's something missing, which is the label. Let me just put my label that I designed in Photoshop, and we're gonna unwrap it together. So how you're gonna do this is super easy. First thing, I'm going to press Shift D P and separate by selection. So this is what we get. I'm gonna scale this a little bit. Wait, let me fix the origin. Very important. Let's scale it just so that it does not really intersect with what we have. I'm just gonna delete this because I'm really not gonna be doing this twice. Alright, so as we said, we're gonna be selecting this and we're gonna go to shading, just like that. First thing that we're gonna do is we separate this. We're gonna be calling it the label, okay? Then I'm gonna click Shift A and image texture. Gonna hit a texture alpha because our label is gonna be transparent. Now let's click open and we're gonna be looking for our label, which is this for my case. Then I'm gonna go here so we can have a better view, and we make sure that we are selecting the label, and then I'm gonna go to the tab. We're gonna press tab, we're gonna select A, view, project from view, and then let's go to the layout and go to the UV. Okay, this is what we're gonna be looking at. How we're gonna do this is just to be fair, this is the wrong label. This one is, I designed it for an eyeliner, but just for the sake of the tutorial, we're just gonna use this. Let's try our best to align it perfectly. Now let's go do the same exact thing for this tube. as we did. Shift D, P, separate by selection. Let's try not to make it intersect. Okay, let's fix the origin like that. Let's go to the shading. The separated label 2. Shift A, image texture. Color to the color, alpha to the alpha for having a transparent picture. Then let's go with this layout. Then A, U, project review, that rhymes. And we try to make it as perfect as possible. It's not gonna be perfect, but we just try to make it look perfect. Maybe something like that. Let's join down this, then let's make sure that the label is joined with the actual product. Join. So I'll just press this, Shift D, and Shift T, G, Y, and that's it. That's basically it. You can tweak, of course. You can just fix this, maybe make this like that, maybe increase the roughness, decrease the roughness. Really, just preferences. The whole idea is to have good realistic light, good modeling, and everything should be good. So this is the final result. I really hope you like it. Please leave a thumbs up, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe, everything you can do, just leave anything. And I see you in the next video.